Hey, Centerpoint family, it's Brother Lee. I love you. I want you to know that first before we go into reopening. You know, we made the decision back on the 16th of December to go to online services for 3 weeks because of the outbreak of COVID within our church. In that time, we have heartbreakingly lost 2 men, Brother Larry Green and Brother Harold Strickland. 2 men that we love and that were vital parts of our church, served faithfully, prayed faithfully. And so, these last few weeks have been difficult. And we're praying for the Green and the Strickland and Upchurch families as they move forward with this. But for us as believers, we have the responsibility, I believe, to meet together when we are able to. I believe that time is this Sunday. We will come back together on Sunday morning at 10:15, and we will worship together. Now, that's going to look a little different because we're not going to have Sunday morning Bible study in the month of January. And we are working on a plan to have morning Bible study beginning in February, and we'll be announcing that later. But for the rest of January, we're not going to be having our Sunday morning Bible study, but we are going to have our Sunday morning service, and we are going to have our Sunday night service and our Wednesday night service. Now, that means that not only will we not have morning Bible study, but we also will not have Awanas on Sunday night, and we will not have children's choir on Wednesday night, and we will not have Word of Life on Sunday evening. That allows everyone to meet in this room. We can socially distance within the sanctuary. The rows are 6 feet apart, and there's plenty of space. You can space out and plenty of room for everyone to come in here. We will also not have nursery. The nursery will be open for moms who need to go there and address a baby's needs, or even dads that maybe need to address those needs as well. But we're not going to have people in there manning the nursery for the month of January. You say, well, Brother Lee, that'll mean that babies will be in church. Yep, that's right. And 100 years ago, babies were in church all the time. And they cried. And you know what? Everybody just went on and continued on. And so I'm excited about us all being together. Now, one other thing that we're doing, or a couple other things we're asking you to do. When you come into the facility, we're going to ask you to stop at the sanitation station there and sanitize your hands on your way in the door. That allows you to ensure that you've touched things on your way to church and different things. That allows you an opportunity to just make sure a final time that, you know what, my hands are clean and I'm going to come in. We're also asking you to wear a mask as you come in through the door and get to your seat. Now, once you arrive in your seat and you get to your place, you're free to take your mask off or take it down or hang it from your ear or whatever you choose. But when you're transitioning, when you're going in and coming out, or if you're going to go stand and talk to someone for a few moments, we want you to wear a mask. Now, I know there will be those that say, well, I don't think masks are necessary, and I don't think they do a job. Well, I'll remind you of something your mama told you. When you were younger, your mama told you cover your mouth when you cough. Why? So that your germs didn't get all over everybody else. So I'm asking you to wear a mask so that when you're talking with someone and you're around them, your germs won't get on them. You say, well, Brother Lee, I just feel strongly that that's not necessary. Well, I'm asking you to do it. I'm not going to mandate it to you. I'm not going to tell you, you have to wear a mask. But as your pastor, I'm encouraging you to do so for the benefit of others. And if what we believe to be so, or we think is so, proves out wrong, then we've hurt others by not wearing a mask. But we haven't hurt ourselves if we wear one and it proves out to be true. So it's important for us to consider others. We have a vulnerable population within our body. We want you to do that. You say, well, Brother Lee, who's going to make sure that I do that? Nobody. I'm not policing it, and I'm not going to allow anyone else to police it. I think it's important for you to make that decision. And you're capable, you're an adult, you're able to make that decision. And no one else is going to say anything. I don't want anyone using this as an opportunity to express your particular political or feelings about this. I do want to encourage you to consider others before you consider yourself. And if you'll do that, I promise you, your desire will be to honor and uplift and to help each other out. And if we'll do that, then you know what we'll have? We'll have a church full of people loving each other, which allows us to love the lost in our community and reach out to them. You say, well, I feel like I'm being made to do something. I'm not making you, I'm just asking because I feel like it's important. I want to encourage you to pray about it and do what you feel is necessary. You say, well, or what about the live streaming? We're going to continue with that. We're going to continue to live stream. We're going to continue to do things together. We're going to continue to serve our community. We're going to find ways to do that. And as we move forward in those things, some things about those things will change. The way we do things will change a little bit. I'm asking for your patience and your understanding. Can I tell you that this business with the virus is a moving target, and no one has the exact right answer. Large churches, little churches, medium-sized churches, they're all trying to figure this out, and we're figuring it out as we go. But I can tell you this. The Lord wants us together. He designed us to be part of a community and a part of a body, and he does want us to worship together. Now, we need to do so wisely, and we need to do so in a way that honors him. And so I want to encourage you to do that. The last thing is this, just a review. We are asking you to be at church if you're able. You say, well, Brother Lee, I'm not comfortable with that. Hey, listen, I love you. I appreciate that you have concern. We're going to do the live feed. That's going to be great. You're going to be able to be at home and participate in worship from there. But if you're able to come, we want you to be able to come and worship together. We're going to do that. We're going to ask you when you come in, again, don't forget to sanitize as you come in. Please put on a mask as you're transitioning through the building. When you're in your place where you're sitting, you're welcome to take your mask off. I think these things are important, and I think they're important steps. I think it's important for us to be together, especially at this very difficult juncture of life, as we as a church go through the hurt of losing two of our brothers. It's important for us to show our community that we love our God and that we trust him and that we believe that he has given us the wisdom to be able to come together and to do so in a way that is safe for everyone. And I think we can do that. And I think we should do that. Now, you say, Brother Lee, I have some questions. Let me say this to you. I am in the office every day from about 8:30 to 4, and you are welcome to call and talk to me. You can text me, whatever you need, whatever question you have. I do believe it's important for us to be together, and I hope that if you're healthy enough, that you'll be able to come. One quick thing last. If you're not feeling well, please don't dismiss it as allergies. Please don't dismiss it as I normally have sinus drainage. If you're running a fever, please stay home. If you're having a persistent cough and there's no explanation for it, and it's sudden, it's come on of late, go get tested. If you get tested and you don't have it, it hasn't hurt anything. If you get tested and you do have it, you're quarantined for 14 days, and then guess what? You come back to church because you're no longer infectious to others. I had to do that. It was not easy for me to sit in a room for those days and wait for that time to pass. But I did, and I was able to do it thanks to my family. And I'm grateful that my symptoms were very mild. But we may, if we're not careful, infect others. And we don't want to do that if we can help it. And so if you're sick, don't dismiss it. I had only one symptom. My throat had a little spot in it that was a little discomfort to me. And I thought, I don't think I'm sick. I don't feel bad. But I've been around some people who have tested positive. I'm going to go get tested. And because of that decision, I was able to keep others who have not been infected from getting it because I chose to stay away. It wasn't an easy decision or one that I was thrilled about. Because if you know me, you know that I love to be around people. And so it was hard to take that time by myself. But it was what God designed. And when God, as I read this morning, when God makes a blank in my life, it's not my job to fill it. It's my job to wait on him to fill it. So as we move forward as a church, let me encourage you to trust the Lord. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. That is the promise of his word. We as a church are doing that. We're going to move forward. I love you. I'm praying for you. Pray for the Greens. Pray for the Stricklands. Pray for the Up churches in this time. And I look forward to seeing you here Sunday morning at 10:15 as we worship our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I love you, and I'll see you Sunday. Bye.